there. Thank you very much for joining me. Yeah, it's currently raining here in South Dakota. It's much cooler finally. Yay! We had some thunderstorms last night, but I love a good storm. I want to give a shout out to Vicky and her husband. I checked my mail. I only check it about once a month. I don't have a car, so I depend on a ride to get down there. Thank you, Vicky, very much for your donation. God bless you. And I also want to thank those of you that have bought me cups of coffee. You are so wonderful. Angels in the sky. And many of you have joined me and supported my work on Patreon. Thank you to everyone. Thank you. There's now 11 point whatever, almost 12 million illegals here in the United States. Many are law-abiding citizens trying to escape persecution. All the violence from their countries here, but many of them are not. I'm sure you probably have heard by now, maybe not, about the 11 Iranians that were arrested over the weekend and into Monday, I believe. One of them was an Iranian army sniper and a suspected terrorist with ties to Hezbollah. He served as an Iranian army sniper from 2018 and through 2021. He was arrested in Locust Forks, Alabama, and even had an Islamic Republic of Iran army identification card. Why would he keep that? He even recently married an American woman. Yeah, perfect way to make his cover even better, right? Manran Makari Saheli, too close for me, was arrested in Minnesota. He was also a member of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard and admitted connections to Hezbollah. He had already been convicted of a felony in possession of a firearm and served 15 months in prison. When he was arrested there in Minnesota, he was armed with a gun. Merzed El Vaidan, he was ordered out of the country 12 years ago, but didn't leave. No one forced him to, I guess. He had also been convicted of threatening a law enforcement officer and also in possession of a firearm. He was armed with a 9mm pistol when he was arrested in Arizona. Other states where people have been arrested, or cities I should say, besides Houston, Colorado, San Francisco, and San Diego. Other areas, but not related to the 11 terrorists, were Iranian men in New York City. Manran Makari Saheli. Now, he was arrested in St. Paul, Minnesota. Like I said, too close for comfort. 2 were arrested in a home that they shared in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Bauman Aspenstadi was arrested in San Francisco. He also had a criminal record, which included a 1994 conviction of petty theft. In 1995, conviction for possession of a controlled substance that supposedly he was going to sell. And he had been convicted and sentenced to 10 years in prison for the drug conviction. Mohammed Rafikian was arrested in Buffalo, New York. His record includes conviction for grand larceny, schemes to defraud, criminal impersonation, and practicing as an attorney. Any way to make a buck, right? Other than legally. He could have got a job legally, but no, grand larceny, defraud, criminal impersonation, and pretending to be a lawyer. Arkavan Makoro Lori was arrested in San Diego. He was convicted of forging an official seal. So who did he do that for? We've also been warned that during the Biden administration that a lot of sleeper cells have been let into the United States. They admit that they do know that there is over 8,000 terrorists here in the U.S. That's just what they're telling us. And they treat us like mushrooms and don't tell us the full numbers. But out of the almost 12 million people, they're telling us that 8,000 of them are terrorists. So keep your head on a swivel if you see anything.
You would know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. If you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am. But soon you're gonna know who I am. If you will know who I am. But you are really not smart enough to know who I am.
Unusual, especially around infrastructures like oil and gas refineries or storage places, power stations, water facilities or water storage facilities. Recently, what was it? 2 Chinese were arrested for bringing in a bacteria to kill off our food crops. Many of you that have followed me through the years will remember, years ago, I found a syringe in a 5-pound bag of great value sugar. I don't know what substance it had in it at one time. It had been wet because the sugar was stuck on the inside of the syringe. And being inside the bag of sugar means it came from the factory. Yeah, it was halfway down inside the bag. It wasn't at the top. And luckily I didn't get sick or anything like that when I discovered the syringe. And I traced to where it was made, which was in Michigan, or it was packaged, was in Michigan. There was an investigation. I had to send in the syringe. I got a $50 rebate or credit given to me from Walmart. After the investigation, they found out that, it somehow ended up in my 5-pound bag of sugar. I wasn't told how it got there, who put it there, if there was an investigation of that factory that packaged the sugar there in Michigan. But it just shows you need to be aware. You just don't know. So anyways, what are your thoughts? I want to thank everyone again for their support. God bless you guys. Thank you, Vicky. Sorry I don't get to my P.O. box very often, but I found your donation. God bless you. And thank you those of you that have bought me cups of coffee and joined me on Patreon. Please stay safe. Always be prepared. If you see something unusual, many people live in small communities or small neighborhoods where you know all your neighbors, and if you happen to see something out of character, someone that you don't recognize, take note of it. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.